Good morning, Class 4 students. Hope you all are keeping well. I'm your English teacher, Maru Khashir, and I'm waiting to see you all. Remember, we were reading the story of the wolf and the seven kids, and we read that the wolf made his feet white and voice soft to enter the goat's house. Now let's see what happened when he entered the goat's house. Please open your English literature book, The Golden Goose and the Other Stories, page number 32. We are going to read about the hungry wolf. The seven little kids screamed when they saw the wolf. They were very frightened. They all ran to hide themselves. The first jumped up onto the table. The second went under the bed. The third stood behind the front door. The fourth ran into the kitchen. The fifth got into the cupboard with the cups and plates. The sixth hid under the big washing basket. The seventh opened the door of the grandfather clock and went in there. But one by one the wolf found them. He wasted no time. He pushed them into his great open mouth and swallowed them. See, how did the wolf eat all the kids? Let's move to page number 33. The smallest kid in the grandfather clock was the only one he did not eat. The door of the grandfather clock had locked itself. The wolf could not get in. The little kid could not get out. After that, the wolf went outside. He sat down under a tree to rest. He soon fell asleep. Then the old goat came home from the forest. She knew that something was wrong. The front door stood wide open. The table and the chairs and stools were thrown over. The cups and plates were all broken. The sheets and pillows were pulled off the bed. She looked for her children, but she could not find them. She called them, one after the other, by name. No one answered. At last, when she called to the smallest, a little tiny voice replied, "Dear mother, I am in the grandfather clock." She found the key, unlocked the door, and took the kid out. The poor little animal told her that the wolf had come and eaten all the others. How the old goat cried over her lost children. I think you all are feeling sad about the goat's kids. Don't worry, Mother Goat is going to save them. Before we will read the next part of the story, you have Before we will read the next part of the story, you have to learn lines 13 to 20 on page number 33 for paragraph dictation. It starts from, "She looked for her children, but she could not find them. She called them one after the other by name. No one answered. At last, when she called to the smallest, a little tiny voice replied, 'Dear mother, I am in the grandfather clock.' She found the key, unlocked the door, and took the kid out. The poor little animal told her that the wolf had come and eaten all the others. How the old goat cried over her lost children. Learned all the spelling? And mothers, please help your children for the paragraph dictation. Dear kids, are you ready to read the next part of the story, The Wolf and the Seven Kids? Now, we are going to read about a clever mother. Read with me. After a while, she went out and began to walk around. The smallest kid went with her. When they came to the tree, they saw the wolf sitting there, fast asleep. The old goat walked round him. She looked at him from every side. Then she saw something moving about inside his great fat stomach. "Oh," she said, "I think my poor children might still be alive." She told the youngest kid to run home and get the scissors, a needle, and some thread. When he came back, the old goat took the scissors and cut open the wolf's stomach. As soon as she made one cut, one little kid pushed its head out. When she had cut farther, all six jumped out, one after another. They were all still alive. The wolf was so greedy, he had swallowed them whole. Not one of them was hurt. How happy they all were! They put their arms around their dear mother and kissed her. They jumped about like the happiest little animals you have ever seen. Then their mother said, "Now go and look for some big stones. We will put them in this wicked wolf's stomach while he is still asleep." The seven kids went looking for stones. They found some great big heavy ones. They put as many as they could into the wolf's open stomach. Then the old goat took the needle and thread and sewed him up again as quickly as she could. He was so fast asleep that he did not feel a thing. Dear kids, now it's time to do some work. You have to learn lines 9 to 17 on page number 34 for your paragraph dictation. It starts from, "She told the youngest kid to run home and get the scissors, a needle, and some thread. When he came back, the old goat took the scissors and cut open the wolf's stomach. As soon as she made one cut, one little kid pushed its head out. When she had cut farther, all six jumped out, one after another. They were all still alive. The wolf was so greedy, he had swallowed them whole. Not one of them was hurt." This is the paragraph you have to learn for dictation. Mothers, please help your children for paragraph dictation. And I hope that you are going to get 10 out of 10 marks in your paragraph dictation. Dear kids, do you remember that the mother goat took the kids out of the wolf's stomach? Now I am going to tell you about the end of the wicked wolf. To read this part of the story, you have to open page 35 of your English literature book. Let's read it together. The end of the wicked wolf. When the wolf woke up, he felt very thirsty because of the dry stones in his stomach. He wanted to go to the spring to drink. But when he began to walk, he heard a strange noise. It was a low, loud noise, like thunder on a summer's day. The stones in his stomach were knocking against each other. He was very surprised. "That's strange," he said to himself. "I know I ate 6 kids, but my stomach feels as if it is full of big stones." When he got to the spring, he put his head down to drink, but the heavy stones in his stomach made him fall over. He fell into the spring. He could not swim. he could not get out of the water. He shouted and screamed, but no one came. No one wanted to help such a wicked animal. Down he went to the bottom, and soon he was dead. When the 7 little kids heard the noise, they all came running to the spring to see what had happened. They jumped up and down happily. "The wolf is dead! The wolf is dead!" they shouted together. Then they danced round and round in a circle with their dear mother. Kids, I hope you liked the end of The Wicked Wolf. At last, the wicked wolf died and the kids were safe. Now, you have to do some work in your English literature notebook. Please open your notebook, draw the margin lines, write down classwork day and date and the topic, and write down the words' meanings in it. Let's read the words' meanings together. The first word is screamed. Screamed means shouted, yelled. Tiny. Tiny means very small. Greedy. It means desirous. Thunder. Thunder means to make a loud noise. Fifth word is farther. Farther means to a greater extent or further. To a greater extent or further. Let's make few sentences now. Don't forget to use nouns, verbs, adverbs and adjectives as required. And you can make many more sentences using these examples. Screamed. The little kids screamed when they saw the bad wolf. Swallowed. The wolf pushed the kids into his great open mouth and swallowed them. Youngest. The mother told the youngest kid to run home and get the scissors. Knocking. The stones in the wolf's stomach were knocking against each other. Unlocked. The mother goat unlocked the door and took the kid out of the grandfather clock. Students, you have already written down question number 1 in your English literature notebook. Now, write down question number 2. Question number 2 is, how did the old goat get her kids back from the wolf's great fat stomach? The answer is, the old goat took the scissors and cut open the wolf's stomach while he was sleeping. As soon as she cut the stomach wide open, all 6 kids jumped out, one after another. Then she put some big heavy stones into the wolf's open stomach and sewed it up with a needle and thread. The third question is, how did the wicked wolf die? The answer is, the wicked wolf got to the spring. He put his head down to drink water, but the heavy stones in his stomach made him fall over. He fell into the spring. He could not swim, so down he went to the bottom, and soon he was dead. Dear kids, that's all for this week. Please remember to write down classwork, day, date and topic in your English literature notebook. Stay safe and take good care of yourselves. Thank you.